You ready for a wild one today? This is the Bison, which is a brushless RC 1/10 scale buggy. I will say it is a full-on 1/10 scale, which is really cool. It's 4x4, ready to run, supposed to be for all-terrain. They call it an RC truck, but if you look at the body, it almost looks like some sort of a resto car. If you think it looks like something else, comment below, let me know. But to me, it looks like a cool car put on a truck chassis. Speaking of the truck chassis, it has like oversized tires, which are super cool. It comes with two 2200 milliamp hour batteries. They are 2S batteries, but you get a nice long run time, so really out of the box, you're ready to use it. Hey, just so you know, at the very end of this video, I'm gonna put together all of the leftover clips, including all the good Crash Fest pics, so they'll all be in the video right at the end. Part of the drivetrain is a high-quality 2847 brushless motor, which includes a heatsink and a 45 amp electronic speed controller, so that means we need to try to upgrade it, put a 3S battery in it, and see what happens. It does have legit oil-filled shocks. The suspension feels real good. The construction is a very soft, malleable nylon plastic. Let me show you what it looks like, and one of those things that I really like about it, you can see everything bending and flexing, which is going to give you a lot of extra durability because nothing's going to be rigid and snapping off, right? It's going to flex and move as you bash this thing. The drivetrain is still metal, so you're going to get plenty of durability that way. I will say the wing is kind of wimpy looking and wimpy squishy, but it's a truck. Do we really care about the wing? The only nice thing about the wing is that it gives you some cushion on the back when you go over backwards or back into something. They claim 60 kilometers an hour. I don't put a stopwatch on these things, but when I put that 3S battery in there, it was cooking pretty good. And I didn't cook anything else while I had it. Can't guarantee that for anybody else. I've been trying my best to break this for you guys. In exchange, can I ask you, share this video, give it a like, and make sure you follow. Most importantly, put a comment down there. Let me know what I should do to it next time to really try to break it. All right, let's go talk to me in the past and see what my review of it was. Wow, is this thing a mess, right? It has been... Ooh, this is one of my negatives about it that I'm gonna talk to you about in a second. Okay, back to where I was. I will get to that negative before we're done, I promise. It's covered in sand. It has been an absolutely horrendously long day of playing with this, trying to break it, to do this review for you. And it is hot here in Florida, and I just loved my day playing with it. So I hope I haven't given it away too much. You've seen it fly, you've seen it go fast in the dirt, you've seen it crash out, you've seen all those things, and this is exactly how it is. This is exactly how it is after my best efforts to break it. As one might predict, this stuff is very flexible, soft, which makes it so like this wing is bent up at a weird angle. The roll bars are a little not straight anymore, but that's also part of what keeps it from breaking, right? Because if you have really brittle, hard plastics, they just snap. These are nice, soft, flexible, so they kind of bend and go back into shape. I did notice a couple times even the mounts for the body pins were kind of not in the right place when I went to go put the thing back on, but you just stick your finger under there, bend it back where you want it, and it goes. So this is a relatively new brand. This is not something that you've heard of before, seen before, and your question is it worthwhile? And I would tell you, at least in my experience so far, it is an absolute ball. I have moved it from 2S to 3S, been running it on 3S with no issues whatsoever. The speed is completely appropriate. I mean, it is super duper fast. There's lots of good roost, wheelies, all that kind of stuff. I will say whatever it is about how the suspension is configured, there's a mixed bag, right? Like on flat ground and on the road, if you're going fast and you turn, it is definitely prone to flip. But at the same time, on really rough dirt terrain, I guess because of the larger tires and a little wider stance, it absolutely handles like a beast. Like it takes bumps and stuff that other RCs hit, they flip over, that kind of thing. This thing just rams over them. It's really pretty cool. I guess it's also a little bit because it is definitely a little on the heavy side for what it is, but so solid. I will say I haven't figured out exactly what it is, but towards the end of my trying to break it, it definitely has a little bit of grinding noise going on in there. It could just be a little dirt in the CVs or something like that. I don't know, but it's still working perfect. It just doesn't sound totally perfect, but honestly, you should not be doing pretty much what I've done to it for the last 4 hours. Every once in a while is one thing, but 4 hours of straight abuse is just not appropriate for anything. So yeah, I think those are my highlights. It is perfectly fast enough with good battery life on 2S. You put the 3S in there and it's a rocket ship and still has good battery life. Handling off-road is outstanding. You can definitely flip it, has a little bit of air control, probably because of the way the diff's set up. The plastic is nice and soft, which pretty much makes it indestructible, but does somewhat make it look a little funky sometimes. I think to begin with, this is like, can I say this? The girliest sized wing I've ever seen. Like, that is just not appropriate for this cool looking RC. Overall, for a brand I've never seen before, and I've really spent 4 hours trying to break it or find a problem with it, I have not. It is not the greatest thing in the world. Like, I wouldn't buy this and say, oh, let's start upgrading it and go racing and that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for something for yourself or a friend or somebody, maybe as a gift or a kid, this is absolutely a great solid platform to have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of ridiculous fun. I think the body looks cool, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 on the Doug score. This thing's super cool. Oh, by the way, wanna go see my unboxing and think of what oh, wait. I told you my one negative thing that I would tell you. So the ESC seems to have a mind of its own. Couple times, when I wanted to change batteries and I wanted to turn it off, it just wouldn't turn off. I just have to unplug the ESC. And just when I put it here on the hood and started to talk to you and shoot this video, it turned itself on. Now, I don't know if it like is sensitive enough, the button, that when you put it down, it turns itself on. Now it doesn't do it, but earlier it did. It definitely turned itself on, but this time it turned itself off. So the ESC seems to have a little bit of a mind of its own. Has worked perfectly every time, but a little weird thing. Anyway, let's go to the past and see what I thought when I unboxed it. Welcome to the past. You've seen all the play, you've heard the review, now you're still here, meaning you want to see what's inside the box. And I do too. I haven't seen it at all yet, and I'm very excited about this. Looks so cool. I love the bigger models. Like, this should be a 1/10 scale. Actually, we'll do a little comparison. I got a 1/8 scale right there behind me. And we'll see how this stacks up compared to that. All right, here we go. Let's see what's inside here. Oh, I see a wing and a wheelie bar already attached. So when they say ready to run, they're not joking, because sometimes these models, you do have to attach those things. All right, so first off, comes with 2 bodies. That's really nice. You get a red and a blue. I actually like this. It's a nice clean design, not 10,000 stickers everywhere. Let me put that out of the way. Let's take this off. Oh, there are those extra large wheels they were talking about. Oh, do I see spare parts? Oh, it's got a nice instruction manual. Let's see what it says. Instruction manual. You got a charger, extra body pins, some basic parts, and some basic tools. Here's one of the standard kind of Dean's Connection 2S batteries. Ooh. Oh, this is solid. This is solid. We're gonna have to take it apart, take a look at it a little bit. Let's dig down into this and free that remote. Very standard, nothing really special about this remote, but it is a good size. I like the feel of it. It's got all the normal settings, trims, reverse, lefty, righty, all those kind of things. Nothing special, nothing bad either. What do you say? Ooh, it's up here. Well, let's drop it. Did you see that? That is ridiculously cool. That is so cool for this kind of an RC. That is a fabulous drop test result. Oh, the size question. I told you I would handle the size question. That sounds a little inappropriate. Somebody's lying, I don't know who, but who the heck knows what it is? What is this 1/10 scale of? This car doesn't exist in the real world. Neither does this one. So this is monstrous. This is a completely reasonable size. I would say this is a very fair representation of what a 1/10 scale should be. Let's see what the inside looks like. Ooh, that's so interesting. All right, so let's take a look at it. We have four-wheel independent suspension, which obviously is working really nice. We have a bumper, front bumper with a LED built into it. Some compressible material here, so you're gonna get good wear out of that. These upper and lower A-arms are plastic, and the drive shaft is full metal. So I like that combination, right? The plastic is gonna give it a little flex, it's not gonna break, and the full metal drivetrain, you don't wanna wear that out. Here's that big honkin' ESC. I don't know, I'm looking at this motor. I feel like this motor would cook itself if we put a 3S on it. Maybe we should do that. Battery tray, this is a micro-sized steering server. I don't know what to make out of that. Again, independent rear suspension, a roll bar with a little bit of compressibility in it. Again, that should be good for durability. This rear wing is minuscule. That's like a teeny little rear wing and very flexible. I don't know if that's gonna survive or not, but it looks neat. Look, you've seen it all. I hope you've remembered to like, subscribe, all those kind of things. You saw the test, you saw the review, you've now seen the unboxing. I need to go play with it. I haven't played with it. You're lucky enough to be in the future. It sucks being here in the past. I'm going to the future too. We'll see you next time.